Over the years, since 2000, we have been discussing and debating almost all issues facing South Asia. We have been able to develop formulations which were later on adopted by the South Asian parliamentary conferences, which had representation of all parties, represented in all the parliaments. In the beginning, we used to have longer debates and form committees, which took longer time to formulate various formulations. But as we continue to develop this understanding and our formulation of various issues, we felt little need for a longer consultation process. However, in this regard, this declaration, when it was prepared, we were not experts in the environment. We followed various international declarations, including by journalist organizations. There is a portion in part in it, what media organizations should be doing. This is not right that we haven't touched that issue. For us, there was for us some greater interest for the region, and we know that what debate went on in the recent summit, some of the points. In fact, our major concern was about Maldives, plus about the bigger countries in the region who are not doing enough to protect environment. If we could run a campaign on Maldives, perhaps we will be able to do a great contribution to our friends in Maldives, who feel the threat of being drowned under the sea. So this was sent, but we didn't get feedback. Yes, I read it, and I will just propose that you will be, after I read out, giving in writing clause by clause, if you feel that some amendment is required, no speech, no commentary, in writing the line this, paragraph this, change with this.
Could you make this point in the discussion also?
What?
What to delete, what not to delete?
Yes, you can write it. Because I know, I am aware of your concern.
No, we realize...
Let us not save the ass of governments. Yes, we are very happy, many times. We journalists from South Asia, having met at SAARC Journalist Summit 5, organized by SAFA, SAMC, and SOM at FAO, have resolved to save our planet, Mother South Asia, and its natural resources and ecosystems from climatic and environmental degradation. And the first part is of our stating our position on various aspects. And this is the last time that I am reading out any regulation and defending it. Deeply perturbed by the adverse impact of climate change on human and ecosystems and natural resources in our South Asian region, and a lack of adequate action at national, regional and international levels to preserve our climate, natural resources and the planet. Next paragraph. War against the threats to environment by conflicts and a possible war against the threats to environment by conflicts and a possible exchange of nuclear weapons and its catastrophic impact on life, environment and the Mother Earth. Concern about the Himalayan glaciers retreat at an alarming rate for the past few decades, eroding one of the major sources of our existence and the melting of Siachen Glacier due to an absurd conflict. Note that rising sea levels means that Maldives may submerge and 20% of low-lying areas of Bangladesh may sink in the Bay of Bengal, displacing 25 million people. I recognize an organic relationship between human and ecosystems and the need to effectively, collectively and holistically reduce atmospheric greenhouse gases. Uphold principles of equity and human and ecological rights in all processes of decision making and implementation of policies, laws and programs on climatic change. Such an effective management and conservation of natural resources that curb ostentatious consumption and promote ecologically and humanly friendly sustainable development. Realize that the greater impact of environmental degradation and pollution is on women, children and the poor, particularly the indigenous communities. Take serious note of the potential threats to climate and rising issue of water scarcity in the countries and across the region. Believe in effective negotiations among all countries, especially those most vulnerable, towards concrete solutions to mitigate pollution and adapt to climatic change. Emphasize that public awareness of the urgency of climate change is a prerequisite of mitigating its negative impacts and averting human suffering. Underline the importance of access to relevant information on climate change. Reiterate the access to and free flow of information empowers peoples and societies to make informed decisions on options for mitigation and adaptation. Acknowledge the role of media in disseminating information on climate change and making the society realize the necessity to adapt to a low carbon and eco-friendly lifestyle. Welcome SAPMA SAMC SOM combined initiative to organize the SAARC General Summit 5 on climate change in South Asia in the still most eco-friendly program. Invite the international community, the member countries of SAARC and people at large to 1. Support media to optimize the quality and relevance of programming and reporting on climate change by encouraging the production and dissemination of relevant print and audiovisual content at local, regional, national and regional levels to give voice to the people affected by the climate change. Collaborate and support in raising the skills of media professionals through training, exchange of knowledge and best practices, and by facilitating access to relevant scientific information to build information sharing networks. 3. Establish the SAARC Green Climate Fund to support projects, scientific research, programs, policies and other activities related to mitigation, adaptation, capacity building, technology development and transfer the funding for adaptation by the most vulnerable countries and small islands. 4. Establish South Asian Regional Center that is fully funded by Annex 1 parties, that is the biggest greenhouse gas producers and also the countries most able to cut emissions. For research, scientific development and economic diversification, thereby building climate resilient socio-economic systems in the developing countries of South Asia. 5. Pursue various approaches, including markets, and encouraging local communities in mitigation actions while providing incentives to countries with low emitting economies so they continue to develop on a low emission pathway. Urge the media colleagues to raise awareness about the consequences of climate changes and greenhouse gas emissions, promote eco-friendly, low carbon and non-ostentatious lifestyles, and popularize mitigation strategies and measures while exposing hazards of climate change and destruction of ecosystems. Ask media associations to encourage their members to make quantifiable commitment to increase the availability of content on climate change through the exchange of print and audiovisual material and the broadcast of programs at local, national, and regional levels. To outlay resources for training of their staff in covering climate change. Now the operative part. demand that the governments accept the MPC, most vulnerable countries, Association of Small Island Developing States, position that temperature increase should be limited to below 1.5, above pre-industrial levels, and CO2 concentration should return to below 350 part per million ppm. Ask Annex 1 parties, the biggest concentrations, the biggest greenhouse gas producers, and also the countries most able to cut emissions, that they commit to emission reduction by 45% by 2020 and 90% by 2050, with base year 1990 and emission peaking no later than 2050. Remain cognizant of the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities and the need to take nationally appropriate mitigation measures, but also lobby for making advanced developing countries like India and China to make mandatory mitigation targets as well. Allow free movement of media people and products for a dedicated collaboration among the media of the region to share and disseminate climate change information that incorporates both regional and local perspectives to encourage individuals and policymakers to undertake timely action. 4. Raise a unified voice for adaptation, funding that is adequate, predictable, additional and sustainable to ODA, Official Development Aid, and targeted to meet the adaptation needs of the most vulnerable groups and communities. Adaptation needs must be country-driven and the funds must be governed under the UN process. Of India and Pakistan to review their conflict over Siachen. Not only is this conflict adding to environmental degradation, sea level rise and changing climate pattern, but it is also consuming $1 billion every year. The two countries should follow the vision of environmental cooperation to establish a jointly managed conservation area or peace park there and preserve our glaciers. 5. Of developed countries to fulfill the commitment made in Marrakesh, Morocco, to fund the implementation of NAPA's National Adaptation Program of Action. Move towards a low carbon economy through the support of developed countries in terms of grants and technology transfer. Develop a mechanism in which Annex 1 parties support appropriate technology development and diffusion to the developing countries. Encourage technology transfer and sharing of indigenous skills among developing countries. 8. Ensure the policies and programs of international funding bodies fully appreciate the gravity of climate change and are climate sensitive. Take national, regional and collective measures to safeguard and conserve our glaciers, water resources, ecosystems and overall environment. 10. Of nuclear weapon states in the region to develop a comprehensive mechanism and strategic understanding to prevent accidental or otherwise use of nuclear weapons, stabilize nuclear regime and avoid conflicts. 11. Recognize the crucial role of reducing emissions from deforestation and forest degradation and the need to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and agreeing on the need to provide positive incentives to such actions. Last point on this is that we could have had a one-page declaration on this. But since our media people, generally for whom we have developed this, they do not know anything about, most of the journalists, they know nothing about what are the standard discussions and their formulation and the word scale. This will be in fact a kind of a guiding draft for them to at least formulate their position or write their report while keeping it in their mind or perspective. Otherwise, we could have gone for a single page. Now, how should we?
I have a point of order, sir.
Sir?
You saying that the negative or the things we don't like, we just cross out in writing, and that will not serve the purpose at all, I think, because this is a half-baked declaration, if I might say so. It talks about certain things which have been disputed by experts about the global warming thing. We've had the recent faux pas of the international organization which said the Himalayan glaciers are going to melt in so many years, and they've had to swallow that, and so on. Secondly, what is the point of gratuitously talking about Siachen and nuclear weapons in this regard? That makes sense. So I would say that instead of these half-baked declarations of doubtful premise, we make a short declaration of what we want to do and not bring in extraneous issues.
Sir, there will be no declaration of this unless we do not touch on the nuclear threat issue. There will be no declaration if the Indian delegates do not join me about the concerns about the South Asian people that there can be nuclear exchange, that there are nuclear weapons. So I need a security guarantee, not that Pakistan should have bombed, not that India should have bombed, not that Pakistan or India has the privilege or Pakistan has the privilege, but as an issue of our existence. So you can change the language. Number 2 point, that this is not half-baked. I am so sorry. Neither I am an expert, now Mr. Nihal Singh, you are an expert on the environment. We have followed the due deliberations by the Annex 1 parties, by the Annex 2 parties, and by the group which was formed as opposed to Annex 1 parties, India, China and Brazil, and the way they resisted their demands and the way they presented new formulations, and by the various media bodies and by the small island states. So we have not, since we are not experts in this, so we followed those articulated positions which have become the part of the UN process. And we have dropped some of those issues which are debated by or questioned by India, China or Brazil. Although personally I believe that China, India and Brazil should be put in dock on the environment issues. They are the greatest violator of the principles or the states they are not following. They have taken some measures, no doubt, but there is a need. But personally, despite agreeing with that point, I did not put that aspect of environment measures in the declaration to avoid a controversy. Please.
1 second. Mr. Imtiaz Alam, I think we will have a very sober, and let's do something in a calm manner so that we can come to a practical and widely acceptable declaration, and there let not be any threats. 1 second. No, you will handle it. It's your show. But if you are asked me to coordinate, give me some chance. Bushra had made a point that has to be incorporated. Mr. Nihal Singh made one point where he challenged the theories of experts of the warnings, and just because the Western world made a campaign against that warning for their own obvious vested interests, that doesn't mean that we should rubbish their report. Secondly, Mr. Kumar Ketkar had made some very valid points. I feel that let's not have any egos, we are all journalists, but we all know a little bit about climate problems. We may not be experts, but at least we should agree on one thing: we are journalists. And declaration should be composed in a very, very sober and more interesting language than this very, how could I say, in a very non-journalistic and a boring way, this has been worded. I'm sorry, I'm not hurting anybody's sentence, and this attitude that unless you put this nuclear threat in it and we will not have a declaration, I think it is being childish.
Mr. Chairman, can I?
May I have it?
An appeal for sober
Where is that
language
mic?
here. And I personally I don't think that any declaration draft should be remarked on here as being half-baked. I, as a representative of a delegation representing a small island country in South Asia, we fully endorse the question regarding glacier melt and rise of ocean levels as well as carbon emissions. We fully endorse it. We are Sri Lanka SAPMA, together with organizations and media organizations in Sri Lanka, we are collaborating on these issues. We have the Sri Lanka Environmental Journalist Forum, which is the forefront of it, and it is well within our discourse. This declaration draft is well within our discourse. There is no dispute on it. The issue of nuclear deterrent and the nuclear issue in South Asia, I would agree with this here that it is substantially extraneous to the theme of this declaration. So I would want to just a modulated remark on that, if at all. And I wouldn't like to make a conditional thing at all. Sorry, I don't think it's conditional. But I think that I don't see any reason at all today at this stage in human evolution to start rubbishing the issue of carbon gas.
Authority and decency to take away the responsibility from the President of presenting the declaration as it has been written in the written program.
You are representing President.
Yes, your President.
Mr. President, you don't have to
I cannot clarify.
Raise the issue, but you
Anyway,
I could not
clarify.
this was in the written program. Morning when our young friends from India, they were raising objections how this declaration came. They do not know because we are coming from Bangladesh and you are from Pakistan. We know martial law regimes and we know martial law declarations. And declarations are not framed, declarations are adopted. And in the SAARC summit, in the SAPMA summits, we adopt the declarations the way we are adopting today. And I will particularly say about the declaration, two parts. That is, when we are discussing about the environment in South Asia, we probably cannot fully ignore and we cannot but remain concerned about the nuclear threats by the two superpowers in SAARC. As we remember, in one of the summits, General Parvez Musharraf, he said that when two elephants make love, they also spoil the grass underneath. And we, the 6 nations remaining in the SAARC, we have always to remain concerned about the love and hate relationship between the two nuclear powers, Pakistan and India. The way you are presenting, the way India was objecting, you have right, and we hope that you two superpowers will not spoil the environment in this particular SAPMA summit. And I will say that about the arts, the media colleagues, there should be one that SAPMA had been doing some remarkable jobs, that is training institutes, good knowledgeable journal, and you are also giving fellowship. I think that SAPMA should introduce SAPMA fellowship and also SAPMA award for raising the awareness among the journalists, and also this will encourage the media personnel to remain more engaged in focusing and highlighting the climate change issues. So I will request that there should be one adaptation, that is the SAPMA will introduce this type of award and also fellowship. Last of all, we have listened to your earlier morning tragedy that you have started with the trade, that this is the last summit you are addressing. We remember, because I come from Bangladesh, you also from Pakistan, we know the martial law administrators. there is a adage that martial administrators, they say that cancel my last announcement. And I do not know whether you will cancel your last announcement in the afternoon.
Cancel my last is the
Last of all, last of all,
CMA.
yes, last of all, I hope when we are in a conference like this, the way you snapped Mr. Katia, this is very unbecoming. I hope that this should not be like this in a conference like ours. He is a senior journalist, and once he was our leader, and you were the Secretary General. And this is very unbecoming of a Secretary General like you. And we all praise your ability and dynamism. No doubt about it. We want a leader Imtiaz, but not a dictator Imtiaz. Thank you.
Respective proposals, and I am sparing all of my friends, Mr. Ban Chaudhary, to deprive them of my presence as a dictator. There will be total democracy here, and moreover, this is not a formidable threat. It was decided, I am again saying to you, and I mean it. I am just not man of words, I am man of action. I am saying it, and in Colombo, it was decided that this is my last thing.
It was not decided. You
It
said
was,
it.
no, that is,
You
no,
said
I
it
cannot-
so,
no,
and
no, let us not discuss it.
it was not
No, let us discuss not that.
we will discuss it later.
I-
Yes.
You please, I am not asking you for this. You are just starting a hesitation here.
Mr. Secretary
You are not
General,
conducting.
अच्छा यार एक मिनट ठहर जा Sir, okay. Anything from you? आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे? You would like to say the women perspective of this? Yes.
That included in the summit declaration about the fact that the context of whatever the women's role in recognizing the women's role not just as the people maximum affected and vulnerable with the climate change and environment change, also the fact that women are amazing agents of change. They are the primary caregivers in any society, and like Bushra said, 90% of the food is produced by women in the developing world. In rural areas, at least 70% in the developing areas. That recognition is not there, that climate change is going to affect the way agriculture is done, and also the fact that women are traditional repositories of traditional knowledge, which the UN and IPCC, everybody has acknowledged as really perhaps a solution for change. So we look at that, recognize that as a role, and look at those examples and therefore recognize that. And second point, if you will allow me, on the nuclear thing, I think we don't have an objection at all. Because obviously it is important in the context of climate change that we are for peace and we are concerned about nuclear. But I do believe that this two paragraphs on Siachen, one which speaks about it as an absurd conflict, and the one in the last page, the point number 5, those would need to be dropped is my suggestion. And the third one, I was just wondering again in the demands that we are making of the government about the mandatory mitigation targets that India and China would need to meet. That's something I don't know if we need to specify countries and we are speaking about in this context.
यार मैं इसमें कोऑर्डिनेटर तरह नहीं बोल रहा हूँ
English language.
I'm sorry, yeah, English language, yes. Lakshman, I was just saying that I'm not speaking as a coordinator now. I'm speaking as a member of SAFMI. I think the best thing would be that let this assembly, this forum here, select half a dozen people, some young people, some ladies, and some other members. Study this, come back, let's reword it, and read it out, and then have a conference and do it instead of just having an argument and
Bangladesh may seem in the Bay of Bengal. Actually, the area about which they are named is the Sundarban. So part of Sundarban is also in India. It is in the south part of the West Bengal. So I think to be correct on the fact, why if we can add the part of India also in the sentence, because the Sundarban, this is a community. And coastal area.
Okay, please.
And second point about the nuclear weapon thing, Now the world is discussing about the proliferation of the nuclear weapons. So if we at all include this kind of sentence, whether we can urge upon the governments to be aware of a likely proliferation to the non-state actors of the nuclear weapons.
I will agree to this. If you like,
no, I am talking about the world conference.
No, I understand. The Pakistan is proliferating, I am ready to say this, that there must not be proliferation.
Yeah,
they must not end up in the non-state actors.
Yeah, yeah.
But are you ready to ask your government for some sanction, for some restrictions? You will not. That is my problem in Islamabad. Please.
Including India.
Let me clear. I am a great friend of India, and I am not here to sell Pakistani foreign office. And you are well aware of it.
And it is not part of the Foreign Office statement.
Yeah. What one thing. Two, three things. What just a minute. That on the Siachen part, I have brought Mr. Manmohan Singh's proposition. He proposed that this should be a peace and park for research and scientific exploration. I am ready to mention Mr. Manmohan Singh's name, that Mr. Manmohan Singh's proposal, I am ready to bring it with his name, because there is such a positive coming from anywhere, and we need government support on it. The second point, on nuclear stabilization, I mean only which has already taken place between the two governments. Like information every year about the sites. There is an agreement between India and Pakistan that we exchange lists. Where are our, and then there are some warning systems. There was one declaration signed between Mr. Nawaz Sharif, the then Prime Minister, and Mr. Vajpayee. And there are other proposals. I have been part of some nuclear diplomats and strategists dialogue. That their concern was that the terminology and the language that is not common between India and Pakistan. And they were working that we should develop a common understanding of various terms. It's a very sophisticated matter. That we can't, it may appear to be very boring because it was not journalistic, but we've tried to follow at the environmental summits and conferences, what are the formulations, because they are very technical issues. So we are ready to, I am ready to go for a reformulation. What do we mean by this nuclear stabilization? In terms of not this, yes, China taken. China, which we know that what is Indian position. There are general concerns in India with which I really appreciate this. I am not in any way putting up the nuclear stabilization formulation just to strengthen this position that Indians' concerns are neutralized on the issue of stabilization vis-a-vis China or anybody else. What you can really formulate in any other way. But this should be the concern of Sri Lanka, concern of Bangladeshis, concern of people of Pakistan, concern of people of Delhi and Lahore should be incorporated. That if there is an accidental nuclear strike, so what will happen to this?
It's not immediate environment, it's the end of the mandate.
Yeah, so we can write
the end of the mandate.
Okay, what are we discussing? If there is such a danger that there is a nuclear exchange, everything will be gone. And this will be an unlivable part of the world. Or it will turn into a poisonous ditch. And the glaciers, the people have studied this. So at least we may not go in any directional, which gives a direction kind of formulation. We can just express the concern. Yes, the concerns of people should be addressed. Yes, of course, the nuclear weapons should not go in. There should be strict non-proliferation controls, or otherwise we can go for it. And but what I am saying is, now what I do is that I propose that Mr. Nihal Singh and Mr. Kumar Ketra, just a minute, Mr. Sharif from Bangladesh, 3 from SOM for women representation. You decide among yourselves who will be 3 SOM, and Shamini Boyle and Lakshman, and above all, we should take the concerns of Maldives and Bangladesh above everybody else. Because they can be drowned, unfortunately. So 2 from Maldives and one from Bangladesh only we have. So let this committee, I will not be this committee, but I tell the committee, I will not oppose the declaration, but I will not this declaration until it addresses the nuclear issue.
Now I understand that I took the correct decision to read this declaration, in which formulation I was not a party. So
you were sent it, how you are a party?
No, I requested you. So my suggestion is, all the time when we place any declaration, it comes as a surprise to all members. So from now on, I will request the Central Secretary to formulate the declaration on any of our conference or any seminar issues ahead of the conference to members for their comments. And we should concentrate our declaration on the subject, not on broad political spectrum that creates controversies and debate. All the time we track Pakistan and India, and we know that the SAARC process is a hostage to India-Pakistan hostility. So if we take the SAPMA to that hostility again, SAPMA will continue to live. So my suggestion will be from now on to concentrate on the subject. The declaration will be formulated on the subject and the role of media. I agree with Mr. Patian that environmental issues in this declaration, role of media should be highlighted much more than politics.
Glaciers in Pamir and Hindu Kush are also melting. There is no question that the glacier in Himalaya will be melting, and the glacier in Hindu Kush and Pamir can remain intact. So why there is no reference to that? That's one thing. The environment of Bangladesh and Maldives will be destroyed in the coming 20 years. But our environment is being destroyed right now by the war. Because the main casualty of the war, the first casualty of the war is food, but the main casualty of the war is environment. And our environment is being destroyed by the ongoing war. But there is very little reference to the war, to the ongoing war in that part of the South Asia.
And that is about, you see, the lack of awareness in India and Pakistan about the glacial threat which we are facing, which has been pointed out by Dr. Hasnain. And instead, a question, a matter which should have been a matter of common concern and common challenge of both countries is fast becoming a conflict subject of water. And there are voices in Pakistan, at least we are hearing, where it is more serious than even Kashmir. So I think we should express some sort of concern that both countries should have common strategy and common plan to meet this challenge instead of
stakeholders for building consensus on critical issues towards resolution and peace processes.
Here we have had last year a very big and very successful part of one parliamentary conference, and we will be holding this year the return conference in Kabul. Hopefully in September, October, or whatever it will be planned while evaluating the situation. We are also proposing an India-Pakistan parliamentary conference. But before that, we would like to have an exchange of editors, 8 editors. We got held up with the PMO in India. We will not go to PMO. We will just invite 8-9 editors, and the other will also 8-9 will be done with it. But the parliamentary conference will have to be done in consultation with the speakers and also with the government. That we will decide
political parties.
Yes, and political parties. So that we should be, these are two major, and of course there will be third interaction between Bangladesh and India, and I think decided to focus on Bangladesh India track after the coming of this new government. There are certain things which have moved forward and we should build on that.
So the ninth output is number and types of programs were for promoting bilateral and regional peace and harmony and promote regional cooperation among the member countries of SAARC. For example, we can take up the environment issue and we are developing declaration. So we can develop follow-up activities on that to build further consensus on the issue. 10th is various analysis reports of SAFMA, SOM, SMC, work plan and budget shows insignificant variance on 6 monthly basis. So we'll be tracking our work plan and budget on 6 monthly basis. And we will be making required adjustments. Okay. So
just hold on. We have developed a facility of production houses. We want to produce software for radio and television both, promoting peace and tolerance and cooperation, and also conflict resolution and the war against terror, whatever it is. For that, we will need we are open to and we will be promoting the networking with production houses, say in Afghanistan, in India, in Nepal, in Sri Lanka, and elsewhere, in Bhutan. We will not be doing it that all the productions are done there. They can be spread out. Similarly, we will be the software we will be producing. We are starting with in Pakistan, in Punjabi and Pashto. For that, we will have collaboration with the East Punjab on this side and also the Afghanistan, the Pashto belt. For that, we can have consultancy and we would like to extend it elsewhere. We should be developing, and if NAPTIS could take the initiative, we should have a South Asian radio in Nepal. And we have Satish with us, and he can just take over all software production thing in his control and set the direction to that. So we can do these things and they are doable. Similarly, the documentaries, we will not go big documentary festival, we will go for small and selective. Then there are the issues, for example, why should sometimes I think we should be going for big conferences? Why not have 3 events? They're manageable and people with large number are difficult to handle. But our regional conference is important for the participation of our overall members. Besides that, we should go for small size or medium size conferences, not going for huge melas. But we will need some melas, like for example, on 14th-15th August night, we go for this candle vision. And if we could have a big cultural show on both sides, we can put a ticket on that and we can make a lot of money from that. And Free Media Foundation and so on and things, whatever.
I was thinking in terms of 3 different types of programs. There are kind of bigger regional level programs, sub-activities at regional levels, smaller events as you mentioned, in local programs. And that will bring SAFMA, more collaboration between the different branches of SAFMA and also media and South Asia.
Absolutely.
So this is
now you will see that there is the budget and plans
plan
of activities. Now you can have, we are making a general presentation. Tomorrow in your regional executive body you will have your specific programs.
It's combined work plan for chapters and the regional program, but more we will be discussing separately. We have linked activities logically with our outputs. The first activity is regional executive body meeting, which will be conducted each year. And the SAARC Journalist Summit, similarly one in each year, aligned with SAARC conference. SAFMA regional media conferences are planned in 2010 and 11. National media conferences, seminars to be held by national chapters are total in 14 in 3 years. 144 events will be organized by national chapters as per their local requirements. And in addition, they will have provision of funds to conduct miscellaneous need-based activities and it's free amount, and we have structured it in our planning. So publish and disseminate SAPMA newsletter is new initiative, and we'll be printing and disseminating newsletter now onward.
Now here, there is very important point that if we are saying that chapter will, SAPMA chapter will hold 6 important events by each chapter, then there will be 6 events. Because we have to report that, they will be monitored and accounted for. It will not be treated like this, that we have planned 6 events and we haven't done even 2. That can't happen. Otherwise we lose the money.
For SOM, regional executive body meetings in first 2 years in the regional conference in 2011. And the same pattern we are following.
Put 0 on the regional executive body meeting 2012. Instead of 2010, we are already holding it. It should go in 2012.
Okay, so 48 events of training journalists on gender issues and to determine the role of media. So 16 in each year, in each chapter. So undertake gender issues through regular events with local and national media group. It's 120 in total. These will be managed by national chapters. Program planning and management, that will be done by Free Media Foundation, and we will be conducting human resource planning, development and management. It will include training workshops for our chapters to understand the policies and to understand the planning and reporting requirements in order to consolidate our work plans and progress reports. And we will also set up a monitoring and evaluation mechanism as per indicators listed in our log frame. South Asian Journal quarterly in 12 in 3 years. Conduct SAPMA researches. 15 these are in pipeline and to be published and disseminated next year. And 10 new will be initiated in 2012.
Already we have done on 10 books, and we have got already 4 or 5 Bushra SAPMA books. We have already got 4 or 5.
Completed?
Yeah.
13
published by the next 2 or 3 months, all the 10 books. But this time we have decided not to publish these books ourselves, because of the bad distribution last time. We are hoping to sign contract with Oxford University Press, and hopefully if Satish or our friends in Delhi help with SAG and others, they are very big publishers in India, and they have bigger network of distribution. If they give us say 50-100 copies, we'll be happy with that, and a small amount of what is called to authors, royalty. So in that way we will, because authors also want that they should be properly distributed and reach the right people. Last time we sent it to 500 libraries and also distributed through our own channels. But there was a serious problem for distribution, and also there is still a problem for South Asian Journal. Either we should sign a contract with the distribution agency and that should account for, or our chapter should take clear responsibility, naming one official at least who will handle this. Because you know that what disturbed us this time most was not any financial issue. Where have these copies gone? How many subscribe? How many get these copies? How many copies in stock? And this is how he's smiling at my slide, my dear friend, who doesn't lift even the journal or materials from Dhaka airport. How I was getting.
You don't know how much money. We even cleared the Indian consignment
in Dhaka airport.
On my telephone call.
No, but you don't know until only somebody informs us.
And there is still one chapter which has not picked up the consignment from the airport. I will not name that. So I had to give the account for all the journals published, all the books published. And please don't give Bushra a hard time on this.
Okay, so We have recently upgraded our website and soon it will be launched and
Now
we will continue.
Can you give us some of the chapters, some briefing on the chapters?
South Asian Media Commission, it's 24 national meetings, 3 regional conferences, and 3 annual media monitor reports. And in addition, we will be awarding to journalists killed or injured in conflict region while performing their professional duty. South Asian Media School, 2 new courses will be designed, and 4 courses each year will be offered to the young journalists from South region.
The song from Calcutta, please, we need your attention.
Okay, so video documentary and photography, 1 event in each year will be conducted for both video documentary and photography exhibition. Peace initiatives and conflict resolution. Carry out special initiative for the freedom of press and other media peace-related activities to respond to changing situation in each country and the region.
In this, we will have across the border interaction with border on 14th, 15th August. If they agree, we can back it up.
So we have planned to exchange.
Yesterday, Prime Minister agrees to.
So if Prime Minister agrees to, very good. You talk.
I can suggest one
conferences between Pakistan, Afghanistan, parliamentary experts and journalists. And
please. The India-Pakistan parliamentary conference very important. I have talked to the authorities, the Speaker of the Parliament. The Speaker, your Speaker, Indian Speaker, is the one who had come to our first parliamentary conference. Her heart is for peace and she can be very cooperative if we go and meet her. And likely I will ask you to kindly start working and Gautam and other friends and Helsinki and Patel Saab and Satish. So this, if we do it successfully, I tell you, okay, we will have lot of funding. Because people, why people, donors were attracted to SAPMA.
We are doing program for the funder or we are doing programs for the people of South Asia.
Right.
You are making program and project for funder to a countries.
Let me tell you, that initially the donors were interested on India-Pakistan track. This is the truth. And because of our initiative for peace between India and Pakistan, we got the funds. And the Afghans do not know that funding is not coming to Afghanistan. And the whole money is going into better there in Afghanistan. And if we could save that money coming to SAPMA or Afghanistan SAPMA, we can get a lot of funds.
But you are fortunate that Bangladesh is not taking money in the last 4 years.
Because they are not doing damn anything.
We are doing your program, but not taking money from you.
Some workers there are very big. Very good.
Okay, so 3 events between India, Bangladesh, and interaction. Curbing terrorism, 6 events have been planned and we will engage stakeholders to address the situation at regional levels. Okay, for production house, we are planning 6 programs each year for in-studio and 32 field programs, 21 feature factual, 12 entertainment and 31 event coverage, and another initiative which we are taking is web TV and radio.
And there is a proposal that we can start web TV and web radio. In that, the SAPMA, SOM and SAMC members can actively contribute. And that is the future more. And here I want to emphasize that a lot of decentralization and distribution of work has taken place. There is no SAPMA, there is no SOM, there is no South Electrician, there is Secretariat, and you will have a small secretariat in each chapter, at least 3 staffers. 1 accountant, 1 manager, 1 assistant. In every chapter, we will have this. So that your capacity is strengthened and 1 accountant will be must. Because we can't afford our account to share. So that is then
So the next slide is very important.
Yes, about the web and TV. That you see that we have got Khalid Ahmed as our SAP director. But we are building institutions. We need highly qualified and highly professionally competent people to run various projects and initiatives. That's why I was de-emphasizing saying about me that I will not be there as Secretary General in future. We should help build up institutions. These personal-based organizations do not work, they die with the purpose. We should de-emphasize me as an initiator, and I should be more, not no more as a kingman on all sides. We can start the web TV. We have got the best leading compares and television persons in the region. And I know that the Rotary Fellow from Young TV, who is the boss of our leader, you are subordinate to her in this meeting, mind you. And you can't speak without her permission, Shabani Bal. No, we can have people, they run Young TV there. And we can give this responsibility to them to start to run this. Similarly, if Dr. Saab can do some radio programs there in Afghanistan, we can, we should be on board on this. So we will be dividing these works in a way that country feel on board, and various our leading people with various qualities, their professional capacities are tapped and they are put in charge of those activities. This is how it will become a big setup and big movement. So this is the plan for institutionalization.
Yes, sir, we can also do television programs for you, provided you get our skills.
Sorry?
We can also do television training and programs, provided SAPMA will. Not in television studio.
I am not ready to give any part. They should give money in chapter. I will tell all the techniques to him, and he will be going and begging money for all of that. And he can run the whole chapter.
Okay. So the next is the budget slide, and you can see the budget for each chapter and the regional programs. So it is based on our past experiences and future needs.
They are not interested in this, I think.
But you disperse 25% of it from here. Don't show it only in the screen.
So you can see a huge amount in the regional program of SAPMA that includes all other initiatives, South Asian Journal, Media Net, School. So that's why the budget is huge under SAPMA regional program. Okay.
This is a combined budget for SAPMA,
SOM, SAMC and all other initiatives. Okay. So this is the last slide. It's organogram, and you can see national chapter and the regional bodies linkages on left column. So we have described the whole organogram in our memorandum of association, which will be approved in tomorrow's meeting. So the first three columns are the national chapters of SAPMA, SOM, SAMC. They are reported to regional executive bodies, and similarly the executive bodies are responsible to their.
You see that there are parallel structures. For example, where is SAPMA? This is the South Asian Free Media Conference. Raises issues of media and also of the peace and regional cooperation. And you will find that you are not seeing a South Asian media, Sapna South Asian Policy as a network. We are not forming structures, we just decide that research, put the group together, do the research and publish it. There is a virtual think tank, but there is no structure for that. Now there is a parallel structure, that is General Body and Board of Governors of Free Media Foundation. Previously, there was no representation of formally of SAPMA or SOM or SAMC or the Free Media Foundation Board. Now, under the new constitution of Free Media Foundation, the Secretary General of SAPMA and SOM and SCMC will be the ex-official members on the board of governors. And they will be responsible for the budgets of each initiative. So now, Free Media Foundation has very strong representation, and moreover, Foundation have all the members of SAPMA or SOM, not otherwise, but with some professional like one economist or one tax lawyer or corporate lawyer who help us in work. And then you see that there are committees. You'll find in the foundations, there are finance and audit committee, that there is procurement purchase committee, HR committee, and we now have Ernst & Young as our internal auditor, who will be giving every 6 months the internal audit. And the chapters will be giving 6 monthly various reports, and then they will receive the second installment. And they will be also preparing that they had planned this budget, they have spent this part, and this is the difference that is called variance analysis. Without that, we will not be able to release the money, whether the chapter goes on hunger strike or not. It has to be a procedure to be followed. And this is our central secretariat. You can call FMF structure as the central secretariat for SOM and SAPMA and SMC.
One thing I am not very clear about.
Yeah.
That the SAPMA chapter in India, I don't understand how we make members and why the membership is so small and not so representative in India. Journalist industry is very vast, very talented journalists who are not even members, and
discriminate on the basis of ideology or political affiliation.
Yeah.
Or there can be hawks, there could be doves. There should be high quality professional journalists who contribute.
But why not there? I mean, I'm a new person. Why not there are
A branch in Maharashtra, we have branch in Kolkata, we have branch in Hyderabad. So we can have these branches. Moreover, in Delhi, for example, Delhi chapter, we have a different Delhi chapter, Nayak is heading it. And they should bring on board journalists from various media bodies, outstanding journalists. They should be on board.
You know, this point we had discussed in the past, as you know.
I was never a member of the past.
No,
so I would like to ask the question.
Whether we have to be a mass organization or a clutter-based organization. There was no decision, differences were there, and the decision was postponed.
So where do you draw the line?
Meanwhile, we are